Hello, welcome to The Honest Wargamer. I'm your host, Rob. Today we're covering some more of the rules updates for Age of Sigmar, but unfortunately this time it is Mega Gargants. And while I think it's my due diligence to go through, look, I can see it says toes behind me here. While I feel it's my due diligence to go through all of these, I want you to know I'm not excited about it and I don't care about it because I hate Gargants. I hate Gargants loads. So I guess we're going to get into it, I guess. So for all of you Gargant players who I assume are illiterate and boring, let's do it. Let's do it. So you get 2 new battle formations, which is great because, like, you know, I'm sure this will really change moving 3 dudes onto objectives. It's really going to change up like how you play. But the first one, strike her, the man skittle mob. If you've got 2 friendly Mega Gargants, this is once per turn, by the way. You've got up to 2 friendly Mega Gargants and as many Gargants as you want. Within 3 inches of a terrain feature, you can double the attack's characteristic of each target's ranged weapon for the rest of the turn. If the target has no ranged weapons, you can pick an enemy unit within 12 inches of the target instead and roll D3 on a 2+, inflict an amount of mortal damage on the target equal to the roll. That's because only 2 of your Mega Gargants, the Kraken Eater and the Gatebreaker, which I had to go look up, which is rude and offensive, have a shooting attack. So you've taken them from 1 to 2. So cool. I assume you're still going to move on to objectives and just stand there. So I don't know if this changes that at all. The next one, Lofty Louts, is the Big Toes battle formation, which actually I really like because that's obviously hilarious. You got some big toes there, mate. Anyway, once per battle in your deployment phase, you can pick a friendly Man Crusher Gargant to be the target. For the rest of the battle, you add 1 to hit rolls to combat attacks made by friendly Gargant units while they're wholly within 12 inches of the target and not wholly within 12 inches of any friendly Mega Gargants. But, like, why do you care? Because you still are just going to do the same thing. Just going to take the guys, you're going to move them into the objectives. Right? So it's the same thing. So how will any of this, it just slightly changes what you're going to do while you're doing that. So, like, who cares? I don't even know what this meme means. Like, the chat are sending me this meme. I don't know what this means. I'm so emotionally checked out from whatever this might mean for Sons of Behemat. But I hope this makes you unhappy. That's how I feel. Also, you've got 3 new heroic traits. I personally, thank you to Velius in the chat, I would call these villainous traits because you're playing Gargants, so I consider you to be a villain. You get 3 big personalities, which I'm sure is how you feel. You're like, I'm such a cool guy with Gargants. Look at my big personality. Anyway, the first one is a passive called Grabby. Very ironic. You add 1 to the hit roll for this unit's combat attacks that target an enemy unit contesting an objective you do not control. I'm sure they probably hit on 4s or something. This is probably pretty good, but whatever. The next one, Terrifying Hulk, is once per turn, a reaction to your opponent declaring a charge ability for a visible non-monster enemy unit within 12 inches of this unit. Good luck trying to figure out what that does, you idiots. If this unit is not in combat, roll a dice. On a 3+, you can change one of the dice in that charge roll to a 1. So you can make them scared of charging into you. So you can make it even more boring to play against you. You can make it so that the opponent, who might only have 1 chance to kill you, can't even do that. And you can make it worse for people to play. Brilliant. And the last one, the passive Mega Grump, right? This unit has a 5-up ward save while it has 25 or more damage points. And there was no point when having a 5-up ward save on a Gargant was a problem in the game. It does also mean that you're going to have to slow roll, I think, on saves, because you're going to take the damage and then you'll have to slow roll. So again, if you don't know what that means, normally you would just roll all of your attacks, but now you'll wait till you take 25 damage and start activating a 5-up ward save. So now you have another way of making the game even more boring. So congratulations, 3 villainous traits. Let me know what your favorite is in the chat, in the comment. In fact, don't tell me. I want no comments. You also get a new alternative Warscroll for the Mega Gargants. The Kraken Eater Mega Gargant has got a slightly different weapon profile in the Shipwrecker War Club, going to 4 attacks, damage 5, where its previous version was 4 attacks, damage 4. So a little bit of an improvement there. It's got exactly the same profile, 35 health, 4-up save, moves 10, control value 20. All of its other profiles are the same. because obviously, why would you innovate on something that's not exciting? Yeah, all of it's the same. It's got the same ability for Sons of Behemat, which means it can't be auto-slain, and the same ability for Longshanks, that means it can just move over stuff. But the big thing about the new Warscroll is that you can put them into Deep Strike, or I guess technically Under the Sea. So what you're able to do is you're able to put, during deployment, put one of these into reserve in the deployment phase. Then in your movement phase, you can bring them up from the board edge and then put them somewhere else. This obviously doesn't sound actually as effective, because I don't know if people have watched people take 3 Gargants and just move them onto objectives. But like, this is stopping you doing that, because now you can just put 2, and it's not as good as doing it with 3. So yeah, that's my Gargant review. And I've done it, I guess. I hope you liked it. Not the video, of course. But the rules, I guess, if you like the rules for these. Anyway, don't let me know in the comments what you think. Thank you. I appreciate you. Also, just as an FYI, if you are a Gargant player, you currently have, just as an FYI, you currently have the best and performing army in the game. They're a 58% win rate. So, you know, whereas Cities of Sigmar down here, includes like Geertz, you know, tons of models you got to paint, you know, actual good lore, a bunch of stuff in the bottom. So if anything, that's made the whole situation worse. So thanks very much and goodbye.